Good evening, folks. It is Wobbly Player Syndrome coming at you, a Warhammer podcast. Yes, we are finally live. Few technical issues, as is our standard of our podcast. Huzzah! But we are here. We are presenting you episode 30, and we're calling it Two Effing Wounds! That's right. We have a reflection of the 9th edition that was released a couple of weeks ago, and all the stuff that's come out since. It is going to be exciting. And with me, I have some people. It's true. This one, if I point, they don't realise what I'm pointing to, so who knows. I have the lovely Isabel.
I'm lovely. Yep. I'm Isabel.
Wonderful.
That's it.
I have good news, Anto.
Hi, it's me.
And we have Radio Mike.
Good morning.
And of course, I'm Greg. Of course, I'm Greg. Why wouldn't I be? Yes, Greg with a terrible mode, but we all love it. How is everyone?
Bit early for November.
Getting the practice in, right? How's everyone going? Enjoying life?
Fantastic.
Come down with
Incredible.
a cold, which sucks.
Cole? Oh, I was going to say you're enjoying the grim dark, but it's not that grim at the moment, or dark. Right, so it is episode 30. We are going to look at the episode 9. Sure. We'll reflect back to our episode 9. What did we do there?
Welcome to our Star Wars watching podcast, where we discussed episode 9.
And look forward to this mythical future edition where we might review 9th edition.
Yes.
As if that will ever happen.
We do have our regular scheduled stuff and events, things which usually involves Michael talking about new stuff. And there was a fair amount of new stuff, and I think he's excited about a couple of things. Tell me, Michael, are you excited about a couple of things?
Well, I'm very excited from some of the stuff that's on the pre-orders, but hasn't come out yet. Yeah. So, yeah, we've had a lot of new releases. We've had the end of all the Psychic Awakening stuff. We've had the Ninth Ed book come out. We had Indomitus come out. All of the stuff that came out with that. There were a bunch of new paints came out. You can get Rune Lord Brass as a base paint now, not just as a layer paint. And a lot of people are very excited that there are starter kits for the new edition as well, with dice and measuring things.
Dice and measuring things. You gotta love it.
And they've gone up in price a little since the last edition, but they've added more stuff to them, so that doesn't bother me as much.
Yeah. When I first saw them, I couldn't remember the pricing of the old ones. I just went, that just seems higher. I don't know. What? But you do get dice in these ones as opposed to a certain large kit with a rule book.
A certain large kit that stores keep insisting wasn't a starter set, so it makes sense.
Had lots of models though.
It did have a lot of models. And I'm sure
Does that make it an Ender set? Does that make it Ender's Game?
Yes, and that was the end of our podcast. Thank you for joining us.
And then everybody died.
Well, I think the big one there was the $250 one, the big starter box. It actually had the rule book in it without the fluff.
Yeah, the Command Edition, I believe it is.
Yes.
It also comes with terrain.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, which was nice.
It is. I thought
Terrain.
that rule book, I thought it's better because buy the rule book on its own, it's $110. It's per kilo pricing, clearly, because if you picked up that book, my God.
I used to like reading the rule book in bed. You know, you go to sleep and read.
GW stopped making lead miniatures. They needed to put the lead somewhere.
Yeah, look,
Yes.
sometimes
Make them think there's dice in it.
sometimes your opponent is a shithead and you need to club him unconscious with something. And you don't want to use a model, so you use the book.
That little piece of felt that's in there, it's not a bookmark. It's to swing it around.
No, seriously, I fell asleep reading it when I first got it, and it fell on my face, and it really hurt. So,
Ow! How's your
That's
nose?
fantastic.
Did they reset it okay?
I was reading about Astra Militara, but it just
It's
put
right.
me to sleep. So.
He rolled a 6 and it made his saving throw. Yeah.
You couldn't roll anything.
No, he couldn't. No dice. Oh, no. What else is coming out? What else has been released that we can talk about?
Well, we finally got announcements that all the new Escher stuff that was supposed to come out months ago is going up for pre-order in the coming weekend, which is great because I've been so keen for more Necromunda.
Yep.
I needs it. I needs the Necromunda. I'm running out of Necromunda stuff to paint.
Even
so
I
need
needs the
more.
Necromunda.
Yeah.
It's my Necromunda box is still sitting there unopened. It's starting a new box of shame. It's gonna be awesome.
It's really good scenery, though. You should crack it open and build it.
Yeah.
It's actually very, very good scenery.
It's all very cool. And did you see that new Necromunda gang fort piece of scenery kit that they said was coming out soon-ish?
No, but
It's really cool. It's all like barricades and a big watchtower and stuff. It reminds me of the Outlanders watchtower from second edition in the mid-90s. It's very cool. Trust me on it.
I am not remembering the Outlanders watchtower.
No, nor am I. No.
The watchtower was like the most iconic thing about the Outlanders expansion. It came with that cardboard watchtower.
Hold on, what ed was it?
It was during second ed when Necromunda came out.
Get lost, because I was right into that.
Yeah.
Hang on, that wasn't the spiral tower. You got that with the Necromunda box set.
Yeah, there was the Necromunda box set in '95, and then they released an expansion for Necromunda, which was Outlanders.
Yeah, no, we were. Oh no, we did get that. That was with the rat skins.
Rat skins.
Yeah, it had all the non-standard gangs, and it came.
I had
with
a rat skin
a
gang.
watchtower.
Shit, well, I think I bought the rat skin gang just flat in a box set. In a what do they call those? Battle box.
A box. I don't know.
What do they call them? What are those things they've just released?
One of the starter boxes.
Oh,
starter boxes.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Anyway, well, it was funny. There you go. Get that in there.
I did. It hurt.
Well, we've seen the other things we've seen a lot of. We'll talk about after the break. There's been a lot of stuff regarding Ninth Ed, so we'll talk more about that at the break. But at the moment, it's just been the starter boxes, some new paints. People have been going nuts about this new glowy green paint. I have seen it all over the place.
Oh, Tesseract Glow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new paints are the Runelord Brass, the Canoptic Alloy, which is a layer paint, Cryptic Armor Shade, which is a gloss shade, and the Tesseract Glow Technical Paint. I had it all written down here. I just skipped over it as the paints.
No, it's awesome. Paints are fun.
Heard of paints? I painted a miniature once. I think it was about 1997.
Fair enough. All right, we'll move on then. Should we go to the hobby progress? Who's done some?
I did in 1997.
Oh. You put your hand up then.
I did. I put my hand up.
But I didn't get any images. Did you paint anything? Did you put pictures up?
Did I put pictures up where?
I don't know, so I can put them up the podcast.
Social media? No, I didn't. I haven't actually completed anything.
No, right.
It's still progress, even
Fair
if
enough.
it's not finished.
Since I last came on the show, I have completed my Blood Angels entirely. My original miniature Blood Angels are all completely painted and rocking about 4,500 points, and will not be changed as far as I can see. It'll be all Primaris from here on in. I did get my made-to-order Terminator Librarian, which is being painted up as another Grey Knight at the moment, just bringing that close to 5,000 Grey Knights.
Yeah. Yep.
Love to have a big game someday.
There you go. That was a new release. It finally arrived and made to orders.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Varys and that sister.
Yeah, I got mine too.
Yeah, the sister as well. I didn't get the sister. I'm regretting that now. The sister looked cool.
I got both.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we covered that when it was announced. When they said when they took our money, we covered it.
In 1997, like I said.
Yeah, back in 1997, before the dark years when the plague came.
Yeah, that was in March when that order went in. So yeah, that was I was very excited when it arrived. Now the last figure for Grey Knights is being painted at the moment. Until something happens with Grey Knights, I don't know what they're going to happen to. And my Esches are undercoated and based, but need a little bit more work. So that'll give me my second full gang for Necromunda.
Nice.
Yeah.
Michael,
Sorry, apart from that, I've been making scenery as well. because scenery rocks now. So.
Scenery is awesome.
Scenery rocks.
Yep.
We'll do it right.
You can never have enough scenery, especially rocks.
Yeah. I am a geologist, you know. It's a.
They're real rocks. It's a
Well,
bucket
it's no
of
wonder
trouble.
it takes you so long to make your rocks. It takes you
I
just
know.
as long to make those as the miniatures.
You have to bury them and press them and heat them up. You know, it's really hard work.
He's like, well, I mean, to be honest, this scenery looks like it's a piece of schist. We just need to check the cleavage of these and make sure they're the right type of rock.
Yeah, perfect cleavage too.
That's
Yeah.
it. You just can't have a sedentary sitting next to an igneous like this. It's ridiculous.
No, that'd be metamorphic then. You're just right. Yes. I digress. The other hobby. The
Michael,
paper.
what about yourself?
Well, I've just finished getting like a 4th Necromunda gang up to like basic paint standard, which is great. I'm just kind of trying to knock out as many gangs at like that battle ready kind of all the paints and a wash and a little bit of highlighting, and then like, all right, next.
Yeah.
So I'm about to start doing. I've got my Deluxe sitting on the paint table now, which will just leave the Orlocks once I'm done, and then I'll go back and do all the extra models. I'm just kind of trying to get that core gang of 10 done for each, so I can pick up whichever one I want to play with.
Yeah. So the ones you just the Van Sar, is that what they are?
Yeah, the Van Sar I finished yesterday.
They look awesome.
And anyone
Or
watching
was that this morning?
anyone watching the stream, you can see pictures of them now.
On the RLG Facebook.
And Twitch.
Oh, in fact, on the stream. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to paint them up kind of in the same style as my old 90s Van Sar. Not quite as bright sea green and purple as the new Van Sar.
Cool. Anything else? No? And just that's it.
Yeah, just piles of Necromunda stuff, really.
Well, I've been doing some hobbying. And I finished models. I finished my Damon prints, which was for a model I was saying, oh, I'm so over it. Just put wash over it. Just put contrast over it. I don't care anymore. And then I finished and went, shit, that looks good.
It does.
So I was very happy.
Sometimes it happens. It's the same with writing. Sometimes you've just got to vomit all the stuff onto the page, and every now and then, in the wintertime, it actually just works.
That's how
And then
I.
you don't have to do 12 drafts.
And I did manage to finish off 2 commissars and a what do they call it, servitor for my guard. So now they've put a pin in them. Bang, done. They're about 5,000, 6,000. Sorry,
What is it?
That's done. That's it, is it?
they're done.
What is it?
Catachans
Wow.
are done.
What is this thing that you guys keep bringing up? Finished?
Finished. Yep.
What is that when they come from Finland?
So I guess if I got you one of the new kernels, the Catachan kernels.
No,
you
I
would
need
want-
that. And I need the Catachan captain as well for the happy birthday anniversary one. I need her as well. So yeah. I said put a pin in it. I didn't say nail it down. Fuck.
There's a deflated, pathetic bag of rubber there, all right?
It's a bit like Blue Tack, really. It's a bit.
See, this I'm more familiar with. Oh yeah, another model. Just one more. Just one more.
No, I'm not buying any. Those 2 things I do need to get hold of, and yeah, likelihood of getting that kernel. Fuck, I'm gonna kill someone for it, I think.
Right.
I was so
Get a
disappointed when
recall.
they did that. Yeah. But no, I've been bringing back hobby nights, Tuesday nights. You can watch it here on the Red Belly Twitch stream. So I'm making myself paint and
I'm
have
gonna
people
join
watching me and judge me at the same time. Like people like Michael sit there.
Yes, I will. I try and show up and judge and paint.
I'll join you. All
There you
right,
go.
It look really good.
I can't. It's board game night. Sorry.
It's
We're
fair
on our
enough.
last game of Risk Legacy.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So 9 o'clock Tuesday evenings, Australian Eastern. Where are we? Daylight. No, still standard.
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 Yeah. Time.
Yeah, that
Tuesdays.
sounds right.
Yeah. Each Tuesday, you'll find me game. And you can tell when I'm painting something nice and fine because I just go dead quiet. So thrilling viewing. Yeah, so it's good that we're getting some stuff done. I think I'm taking on Poxwalkers this week.
Ooh.
And I looked over and there's just a literal pile of them. So that should be fun.
Oh,
Right?
that'll teach you having so many poxwalkers.
Well,
Beady git.
40 is not enough.
Well, I mean, it could be worse, man. You could have, like, the problem I have. I have a literal pile of blood letters on my desk, and to help me out, my dog keeps trying to steal them from my desk and eat them.
There you go.
So, you know, I'm down to about 30 on my desk now instead of 40.
There you go. Maybe I should do that. Come here, Ruby. Come here. What's this? Maybe not. But what was exciting, we find because of the restrictions and stuff started easing up, we finally did have our monthly meet come back. It was awesome. And we got to play some games. I'm just showing some clips or some photos of some of the battles that are on. Oh, it had to be the game that I lost in. Damn it. The first time it popped up. So it was really great to not only just to get a game, but to see everyone face to face in a group. 1.5 meters far from each other. Come on, be serious. Yeah, it was really fun. It was good, and we'll get it back up and running. Try and get some more footage, some video. We haven't done some what would call it? Quick and nasty
Battle
reports for a while.
Oh, battle reports. Sorry.
Yeah, quick and nasty battle
wondering
reviews
how that was
is what
going.
we're doing.
Yeah, that's on the other channel.
Yeah. So Anthony, you had a game. I think you had a game
RLX.
earlier. Your 2-day game.
I did. I had a 2,000 point game with my Grey Knights versus Chris's Eldar, which I lost again.
Stop
Not
playing
why.
him.
Oh, I know. I find
mean-
Eldar, especially the craft world he's using, which is it's a bit like Salamander's reroll one hit, reroll one wound.
Did you? Yeah. So you know he pointed. Sorry. Side note.
Yeah.
That's Salamander
I
rule.
know
How they
you
drop that. You don't get to reroll that hit. I went, oh yeah, sure, whatever. I get to reroll wound. It says each model.
I know. There's a few in there that says that. Like the Blood Angels one says something similar as well. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they're for real or not, but
That's
Anyway.
deadly. Anyway, go on.
I
Oh, Lord.
find Eldar frustrating because they seem to have a stratagem that counteracts everything I do. Just completely everything.
It's
So
called the anti-stratagem.
I'll just play this card. That'll stop that.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't charge it. Oh no, I'll reduce your charge. And,
Is it written in pen?
Hey?
Is it written in pen?
Yeah. It is. Oh, he hasn't got the books. So
There you go.
It's Bilo, Mike. Over the pint.
So yeah, look, the game was really fun. I really enjoyed Night. I love the cover rules. I don't think we delved in deep enough into the cover rules, but there's a lot to take in there. But I think it also changes the dynamic of who goes first and who goes second. And
It's random. It's good.
going second actually.
Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know his third base. All right.
Yeah. Going second actually gives you an option to shoot people off the objectives, because you don't score them to your next command phase.
Yeah.
So yeah, it actually sets you up to. You really have to like double up to capture points. I love the secondary objectives. That's a really cool idea. Yeah. I think they're so much fun. You just go, oh, I'm going to try and get in the board quarters. I'm going to try and kill your characters, blow up tanks and stuff like that.
Yeah. So
it really gives you an idea of what you're focusing on and what the strengths of your army are as well. So
you actually have to play a strategy game, not just I'm going to kill you all.
Yeah, and you kind of have to move a lot more than you used to.
You could kill them all, table them, but still lose because it doesn't matter. It comes down to the victory points now.
Compared to the points, yeah.
You know how close was your game? Because I noticed he didn't have fully painted miniatures, so that's automatically.
Yeah, you give me 10 points for having a fully painted army. So, so it would have been 52 to 42.
Okay.
So I wouldn't have won. But like I forgot the rules. I forgot to add the extra attacks for Space Marines charging or being charged or. So I diddled myself with about 30 attacks, I think, in close combat.
What?
Yeah.
In the room at the same time?
Yeah, so it's quick
That
and
just
dirty.
seems a little bit unprofessional at the gaming table, really.
Unless you're playing some niche.
I've been recovering, Isabel. Just
Look, it's a good. It comes when it comes, right?
a lot of work as well. So. But no, it's fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to having a game against someone other than Chris.
You want to play against me?
Yeah, sure. Next. No, I think Adam's next. I think I'm going to play Adam next.
I want to play Chris. I just want to see if he's really good or it's just you're really unlucky.
He rolls dice like you do, Greg. So it could be really interesting.
I use my hands. It's outrageous.
Photo of a double 6 I rolled during the week on Tuesday.
Well, if you watch
I haven't seen one of those in 20 years.
some of the clips has shown, there's a couple of dice rolls shown because I was playing against Mark, actually. He couldn't make it tonight. And he needed, 4 6s. You just need to get 4 6s and it was saved. He rolled 3 of them. No! And the very next turn, I had to roll 4 5s. I would have been saved. I rolled 3. Oh no!
See, whoever made those dice makes all scratchies.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably can't laugh too hard because I think I did that to you twice in the tag team tourney, didn't I?
Oh, yes.
You were like, "That's 7 wounds. He's fucked." And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
I
I need to
remember
roll like 7 6s for that."
There you go.
Oh,
That's when you need the new rule book.
yeah.
But I tell you what,
So yes, I did have a game. I got to play against Mark. I brought my Death Guard out because I wanted to get my new Daemon Prince out on the table, and he brought Tyranids. Do you know how long it's been since I played against Tyranids? I had no idea. I couldn't remember. I went, Genesteal's hurt. Termagant's annoying. That's all I remember. And I killed all the Genesteals in like a turn one. I went, okay, that wasn't so hard. Because frag grenades, blight grenades, sorry, blast weapons. Love that because he charged me and went, oh, I've got a card that says my entire unit throws the grenades. And here's the other one that says they hit on 5s instead of 6s. So he had to, there was 32 shots, I think it was, of grenades at him. It was,
That is a lot of grenades.
yes. So it was fun. It was really tight and tough. I forgot about some of the objectives I needed to do. I'm going, oh, if I kill the warlord, that's not a rule anymore.
no.
Yeah.
Unless you take it as a rule.
Yeah. It was and he took the table and he bottled up one area. I was going, oh my god, this is annoying. The Plague Crawler, it comes into its own with Blast Weapon though, against Termagants. That worked very nicely. And it was like he was 6 and I was 2. No, sorry, 60 and 20. The scores are outrageous. I'll add this up. I just scored 18 points this turn. Fucking what?
Yeah.
But it was good, and I lost by 4 points in the end. Son of a bitch. And it was a really good, tight game. I really enjoyed it. As you said, we played, all of our scenery was light scenery, and that was enough just to make the little differences. It was just, It was really good. And that line of sight stuff, oh my god, how much better is that?
Yeah.
I can't shoot through you because, you're on the other side of a building. That can only see. Yeah. Makes it much better. In the charge, we played only a 1,000-point game because we thought, let's learn it before we, and we played on the recommended, was it tiny version size field? What's that? The 20.
Is it like the 22 by 4?
Yeah, and we looked at it and said, that is tiny. How the hell are you going to fit anything on that? Because our deployment zones was lengthways and it was 6 inches. Okay, good luck. I was a struggle to put my tank in there. It was hilarious. But it worked perfectly. It wasn't... He couldn't get to me in first turn, but everything was engaged and you had to move. It wasn't just moving to get into range. It was moving to be strategic and get around this way. Or I'll get around here so I can hide behind this. It wasn't just, I move 6 inches so my gun reaches.
Yeah.
Wow, that actually sounds like Second Ed to me.
Yeah,
That was what I
there was
loved about
reasons
Second
to move. It wasn't just...
Well, yeah, there was a reason to have scenery.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. It was very good. Michael, how'd you go? Oh, you didn't get a game. Sorry,
Yeah,
mate.
I came down sick the night before and didn't get to make it. Yeah, and I'm still sick.
No, you stay over there then. One of the other games that we played was Adam, who's probably our most relaxed player in the group. You go, oh, I made a mistake 4 turns ago. Yeah, do it now. Playing against Rob, who takes his time to the point you want to just use the rule book over his head. They decided to do a 2,000 point match for their first game.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we said good luck. We'll see you Tuesday. Started Sunday, boys. But I saw the game, and the AdMech just seemed to hurt the Blood Angels quite a bit. It did turn out to be fairly close, but I can't remember what the score was now. And there was one of our other guys they tried a crusade as well. Who was that? That was Parker and someone. I can't remember now.
Nathan?
Yeah, it could have been. So I haven't heard much about how that went. I heard it was exciting. Here's a photo. Here's another photo. And then it went quiet.
Yeah.
So I guess who
It
the
was too
person
exciting.
posting...
They both had schizoid embolisms, and that's it.
Well, I guess the person who's taking the photo is the one who lost. Who knows?
I mean, it often happens that way when you start losing, you forget to take photos.
Yeah. So that was good. Look, it was really good. We've got another one coming up in September. Hey, Danny, thanks for the follow, mate. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the show. Hope you are not too disturbed by the blurring of Anthony's face. It's an exciting adventure. He's actually in witness protection. We must blur his face for his own protection.
Said he bore witness to a few of our really, really worst games.
I'll get a new camera for the next one, I promise.
But because we did get to play a monthly match, means that there was actually movement in the ladder. I know most people don't care, but Kato has actually jumped into the top 5 again. Chris is pushing he's in 3rd, pushing for that top spot. The other guys there.
I played 8 games. I've lost 7.
Steve Parker,
which other guy?
Stephen Parker's jumped into 2nd place as Chris and Robert because he won. He's now into 4th. Mark K. But it's I don't want to bring it up because the points for and against were like, it's 12 versus 8. It's 6 versus 8. Now it's like 400 versus 600. It's good. Oh, it's 4. I need my calculator for this one. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's gone from rugby league to AFL score again.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, well, it's more like the cricket actually.
We literally had that problem in the slow grow with one round where we were getting our victory points as the amount of points we got, and there was that one round where we had the stupidly high scoring scenario.
Yes.
And it just threw everyone all over the place.
Yeah, so it is interesting. I still sit on top. Yeah, I do. Yeah, but it's got a lot closer. So I'll have to play Adam and Anthony.
That's good.
I'll have to dig out my Marines and get better and show up.
Adam and I can now. We're gonna.
So is that Adam's gonna gang up?
We're competing for the wooden spoon. So
yeah. So there's actually you're not dead last.
Well, the problem is I've got to dig my stuff out from under all the boxes. I mean, I could use the knights; they're not buried.
Yeah.
No one wants that.
Anthony, you're still in the top 10. Relax, mate.
Yeah. We've got 11 players.
You're at 9, Adam's an 8. And there is not safe for work markers below you. Below. Calm down, people.
I believe I'm still below everyone.
Yes, you are.
I was about to say, have I even appeared on the ladder yet?
You are there. Ladder? Yes, hang on, folks. Radio Mike is in 7th spot, so you are
played
in front of Adam and Anthony by percentage only.
Woo!
There's hope.
I was just thinking, it's been a while since I've played like anything except Necromunda, I think.
And Blood Bowl Online, yep.
Yeah.
That's what happens. It happens. All right, folks, that was our normal stuff. We're going to move into our topic of the day, which is... Of the day, why not? It is... What was it?
My God.
No, I know what it is. I was getting ready, Mike, to say something. That's what I'm asking for. My God. Come on, people. All right, we'll be right back with this very short advert from our lovely people who help us out. Until then, enjoy.
We are Rollers, and we have the games for you, be it board games, card games, dice games or party games. You name it and we have it. Find us online at rollersboardgames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at rollersboardgames.
From acoustic to distortion, Storyboard Concept is music that's honest, relaxing, and full ball rockin' music. Follow Colin at storyboardconcept.bandcamp.com.
Into the
Hi,
topic.
we ran out of time. I was not quick enough. Sorry. We're
It's
back.
okay. We're all okay. Everyone's okay. Is everyone okay?
Is everyone okay?
We're all fine
You okay?
here now. Thank you.
You okay?
How are you?
You okay? Good. We're okay.
We had a gas leak. Largely
Yeah.
very dangerous.
That was very professional of us.
We're on our with Leo.
Alright, so we did call this one Two Effing Wounds, and that was in relation to a lot of stuff that's come out, being leaked out and stuff like that. But we want to look at several parts of the game. We're not just going to go straight to the rumours, because, you know, rumours are bad, right? Shouldn't spread rumours.
I heard a rumor they were.
That's what she said.
That's what I heard. Well, that's what I heard. The rules. We touched on it when we talked about our battle reports and stuff like that. What do we think of the rules? I mean, I know, Michael, you haven't played yet. You haven't played or compare it to anything?
Well, I've
Wait,
no,
what? What is this about again?
Yeah.
I
This is not a
haven't played the
Richmond
new edition.
podcast. Get it down.
I haven't played the new edition
They're
yet, and
blaming-
my Indominus hasn't showed up yet. But I have managed to find the rules to read upon the high seas. So
Yeah.
Overall, I really like the changes.
Yeah.
I think there could have been more. I think there could have been a few things I would have liked tweaked along the way. There's a few things I don't like. I hate that you can attack a heroic intervention. I think that's just dumb. But
So you can attack.
So if the enemy charges you,
Yeah.
and you heroically intervene with a character,
Yeah.
they can now target that character as part of their charge.
Oh,
I
I
don't-
didn't pick that
I
one
don't
up.
Yeah, don't like that one. But overall, look, I think it is a huge improvement. It is just, it flows better. It's kind of got some funny moments when you're just trying to capture points and,
Yeah.
you know, kind of make you smile. The pressure to get your secondaries becomes all-consuming because you really want to do them.
Yeah.
And so mine were kill stuff, kill tanks, and get into battle quarters. Battle quarters is no worries, a Grey Knights. I jump there straight away, but killing stuff.
I did battle quarters with Death Guard. I went, oh.
Couldn't do it. But anyway, look, scenery rules, I think are really cool. They're complicated. There's a lot to think about there, and I can see why they've done it because it really they've tailored the rules to match their own terrain a lot more.
Yeah, specific. Yeah, the pipes have a certain rules.
Even the ruins, their ruins are a certain height, and they've obviously gone, well, how big should this rule be? I'm going to measure it, you know.
I like that. Anything over, was it 5 inches?
Is
You
obscuring,
just can't
yeah.
go through it. Makes it nice and simple. It doesn't matter about
I saw a
anything
game
else.
online where they had like columns of rocks, and they're like, well, you know, this is one scenery piece, and although you could drive a tank through it, they went, this is all obscuring. You can't see through that, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, look, you know, it makes sense. You know, line of sight's harder to get and stuff like that.
What I like about it is it kind of fixes a hole that they had in 8th edition, whereas now you can just at the start of the game go, look, yes, there's fucking holes in these ruins,
Yeah.
but I want it to be obscuring because then the game works.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this obscures, yeah? And your opponent goes, yeah, sure. And then it does. Whereas in 8th edition, the rules were like, you can see through that building. It's fucking pointless.
There's
Yeah.
6 windows in a row there. You can see through it.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
it just pissed me off to no end. You put
But,
all this thing, all right, behind the building. Oh, I can see your antenna. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
I
I
love
think
the
you will
pamphlets
find
too.
that the banner is poking over the
Ah.
top.
Oh,
so
and even
fucked.
even you know, we laughed at it at first with this. Here's a rule that normally would be 1 line. It's now 15 lines to remove any of that grey area or that beadiness and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then everything in the book's laid out in dot points. So you read
Yeah.
the rules, and you get to the end, and it goes, you can do this, you can't do that. Don't
Yeah.
mess around.
Yeah.
Don't ask me questions.
Here is the paragraph of rules.
Yeah.
Here is the TLDR.
Yeah.
Very much so. No, look, it's really good. I really like the new command point structure and the new layout of the armies.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me that an elite force such as the Custodes would have access to more stratagems than the rabble of the Orcs. You know, they've got more figures on the ground, but they have to pay extra points to get all those figures on the ground because now you probably won't fit them into one division, one unit, or one
Detachment.
So you probably have to take two. So that costs you a penalty to do it. So
Yeah.
you're going to have less. So I think that's really cool.
And they're generating one command point per game.
Every
I
turn.
can play
Right.
something and I'm going to get one back.
Yeah.
It makes me feel more comfortable. I'm not hoarding them or spending them all in turn one game. Well, far out.
Yeah.
But what if I need a reroll next turn?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think the command phase is the night phase. It's just right. What do I need to do? Get that right. Cool. And yeah. All right. I hold that at the start of my turn. Cool. Right. Now I can move on to something else. Or do I need to stay here? It becomes that strategy again. I got to do something.
I mean, even in my game where I was whittled away to only a few figures on the board, I still had a Terminator squad sitting on one of the 5-point objectives.
Yeah.
I was just recruiting that every turn, you know, and it was behind obscuring. It's like, yeah, come and get me because I'm not coming out.
Well, that's it. I had one guard, one unit just sit there in a building, base to base, 5 inches away. I love this vertical rule too from it and stuff.
Yeah.
I do enjoy how they say base to base when you measure as well. It's,
Yeah.
that's that one of those grey areas taken out. It's not,
That used to be the actual way of it.
but because it was never said base to base in the previous
Well, I
levels, people just went, oh, the head to that base is
I think the obscuring came in from how 8th edition was very Age of Sigmar, and when Age of Sigmar was released, it was specifically not bases, models.
Yeah.
And so since 8th pulled all of its rules from Age of Sigmar, it got pulled into 40k. People started ignoring bases to measure from models, which wasn't what you were supposed to do, as I understand.
No, like second ed, certainly.
Yeah.
Actually, first ed didn't even think of that. They just said,
Yeah, I mean, that's
somewhere
always...
around the model. But second ed was base to base always.
Yeah. It was weird that people even argued about it because I don't recall it being in the rules, but the rules didn't explicitly state
and that was it.
So people were like, "Oh, well, I can measure from that."
Yeah, his elbow, because I've modelled him to stand out like this to get that weird pose. That makes a lot of sense on the podcast, people. It's all right.
Yeah, more clarity is always good. Like, it's never fun when there's these grey sections of the rules that you can park a fucking Land Raider in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or park a
People will be
Repulsor
having
in.
bases that have got like just shitty bits poking out. It's like, that's part of the base.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you want to make your model as dynamic as possible, but if you do so, I can see his finger because he's pointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you see this finger?
Yeah, he doesn't run around there like the battlefield like
No,
this.
exactly.
All the time.
Yeah.
On
Well, he might.
the
Woo!
on the stratagems point that you brought up, I like that they added. I'm still not sure about the change to Overwatch being a stratagem. I think that's still weird.
I like
But-
it. We had several times
Yeah?
that happened, and we liked it because they sort of go, okay, well, if he's done his Overwatch, he can't do it to me again. I feel a bit more comfortable. And for Tyranids, it makes it easier for them to get into combat, which is where they need to be because they don't have a lot of. Well, his army at that point didn't have a weaponry. I liked it. And so I was on the receiving end. I could only do it once, but I thought, no, that's cool. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, I mean, I can see what they're going for. I'm just not sure how it's going to shake out. But I really liked how they added the you can spend a stratagem to fucking hit someone who tries to run away from combat.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
That works really well too.
That was
Yes.
great. Basically, is it lets you Overwatch at someone who tries to run away from combat.
Yeah.
I
You
guess
can
my
like
feeling
melee
got-
Overwatch them as they try to run
Which
away.
it used to be the rules. I'm sure when people ran away, you got a free hit at them. I'm sure that used to be a rule.
There was
Nah.
that in one edition. I remember that.
Definitely was.
It
I
was.
remember doing it.
Yeah.
Been
It
a
was
thing in
called
the
a route.
past.
Once they routed, and in Necromunda it was called a bottle.
Yeah,
think,
I mean, it's varied in several editions of lots of things, but in 8 they could just fall back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was shit.
And the penalty was they couldn't shoot, which most armies ignored. Um,
Marines.
but
Fucking old
now,
Marines.
now there's a stratagem where you can be like,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to stab them in the head when they try and fall
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
And you're like, cool.
I think for Overwatch, I felt okay. You get to do it once, and that's cool. But I kind of think it should be done at full ballistic score because it's only a one turn thing.
I think you should have strategies. I know with my Death Guard, I had a strategy made it a 5, and then I could use grenades instead. So I had 32 shots at a 5+.
I just think,
Yeah.
I still think the more expensive troopers would be better at doing Overwatch than the less.
No, they're shit scared, mate.
No, custodians are great. I don't get scared. Come
They're
on.
too busy with their oil and loincloths and spear.
Yeah.
I can't reach my back. Can you get that for me?
Rifle stock.
I
Sorry.
mean, I don't want to play Tower anymore, though. I must admit. Just,
Yeah.
I mean, not only can they all Overwatch, they can Overwatch went to help each other as well.
Yeah.
They're very good rule. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That kind of
Well, it'll be interesting to see if they get some sort of penalty somewhere, because that is shit.
annex that part of the galaxy, I reckon.
It'll be curious to see how the new codexes are going to adapt the armies to these new rules.
Yeah.
I reckon we're in for a world of change. I guess just seeing what the 2 rules, the 2 wounds and the 3 wounds for Terminators and stuff like that coming through. I think we're going to have potentially smaller armies, but we'll just be
the cost
lots
of
of
the armies,
strategy.
yeah.
They're definitely designed to be smaller because the
Yeah,
costs have gone up all over the place.
Yeah.
My Astra Militarum, which was 2,000 points on the dime for the slow grow, is now 2,200.
Yeah. I think my Death Guard went from 4,000 to 5,000. I went, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You can't even play 5,000 games with 40k now. I go to 3. So.
Yeah. But,
I don't know about that one.
One of the other big changes we were interested to see was the morale.
Yeah.
The morale
Yeah,
phase.
how'd that work?
Well, I was playing against Tyrant, so fuck him. But
You're a bit like Tau, but morale.
yeah. But for me, yeah, it did make it interesting. I had to think about coherency for starters. So it's like, if I lose this one, I need to make sure that's enough. It's fine. So basically, don't make squads of 6 or more, and you're okay with the coherency. You're going to have 5-man lines instead. But
You had to think about where you placed your special character or your heavy weapon. It's
Well,
I want to take that one away, but he's out of. We're out of coherency
yeah,
now.
I had two Plague Marines on the base down on the ground floor and 3 on the top floor, and I went, how do I take this? Not remembering it doesn't affect 6, 5 or less. How do I do this without getting out of coherency? So, but it does make you think. It was great.
That's good. Like, I miss that, having
Yeah.
to actually think about where models were.
Well, I think that's the overall difference in this version. You have to think about what you're doing. You have to think, how am I going to get that objective? How am I going to get the secondary objective? Which, could be which is completely different to the other guy's objective. He might need to try and kill me all, and I'm trying to catch a trout. I don't know. It makes it different because everyone's got their own objective of what they need to do. So it's good. I really enjoy it. Out of all the one game I've played.
Yeah.
I haven't tried Crusade yet. I'm very interested to see how that one goes. That's for sure.
I think the codexes are going to have a lot more information for Crusade in them as well. So being able to build your skills in your army and take on wounds and eventually put your commander in a dreadnought because he's so badly wounded and stuff like that. I think that'll all come out codexes when they come out. I think you can do a little bit now, but you can't really build too much with the rulebook.
No.
I'm really keen to do Crusade. I think my new librarian will be the Crusade leader. And
our whole story we've been trying to build is that the Death Guard and the
we can do it now.
It's going to be awesome. So we'll do that. So depending on what side of the fence you sit on, one of the big things that everyone seems to notice is the amount of absolute love for Space Marines at the moment.
I mean, I'm an inveterate Marine player since forever,
Yeah.
and I'm like, damn, that's a bit excessive.
I was the same. It's insane. I mean, just from that box set alone and the few units I had already because I just wanted to paint something new. I've already got 2,000 points of Primaris.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can't play much more than that. You know, what am I going to do? And then there's just so many weapons and so many models and
Well, that new turret system.
yeah,
That's
the turret, the
insane.
buggy, the bikes, the
Bikes with their 5 wounds is
Yeah,
just crazy.
Oh, I mean, I'm super behind more models for the model throne as far as I'm
Yeah,
concerned.
Yeah.
It's the rule changes that I'm like, that feels a bit much. Like
Terminator's
these
getting
rumors that
3
we've got.
wounds. I think we all, when we talked about Primaris again, what are they going to do about Terminators? Because it's an icon of the Space Marine Army.
And they
Cannot
sucked.
get rid of them, but they are shit to play. Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you had the Death Guard ones and they were awesome. But how do they fix them? By giving them 3 wounds.
I quite like that actually. I must admit, I always thought Space Marines and Terminators were a little bit underpowered generally. You know, that the toughness 4, 1 wound on a Space Marine is just like, come on.
Yeah, and you read the books and say, I've lost one of my hearts, but okay, it's the other one will keep me going.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But I think 2 wounds works for normal Marines. I just assume that Primaris are going to go up 2 though, because they're only 2 wounds currently. So I think, will they go to 3? I don't know.
No, they couldn't.
Or are they going to go? Are they tougher than normal Marines? Are they going to go up in
same toughness?
So I don't know. They can't be the same. I just can't see.
Well, the
them.
intercessors are out, and they're 2 wounds.
They also have an extra attack.
Yeah.
From our Marines.
And they protect. Yeah.
Maybe and they got some of the good weapons.
Yeah.
Although, if those leaks are correct, the bolters for normal Marines are getting upgraded in range.
Well, this is
like,
Go on.
Yeah, that's one. I see that leak, and I'm like, so you've brought in a new edition with smaller tables and given us more range.
Yeah, but everyone has 2 wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the more wounds means that you can have more of a duking it out. But
when we
the
start,
extra range on the bolt guns
24
feels
inches apart from
unnecessary.
each other.
Yeah, it feels unnecessary. I mean, maybe they decided there were too many armies who had more than 24 inches on their basic guns. I don't know.
But there wasn't.
Or,
was there?
Or maybe it's fake. Who knows?
Was it Chaos Marines as well?
24 inches. Yeah, everything.
Probably
So
will.
yeah. This is what I do love. If so, all the Marines are getting 2 wounds.
Death
Guard.
Yeah.
Toughness 5, 2 wounds, disgusting resilience, 3+ armor. Yes, please.
I think that's like I quite like it. I must admit, I don't like the massive amount of almost. You can't decide what you're going to put in the force, really.
Yeah.
It's so much choice now. And look, there's so many. Just a bolt gunner alone. There's a bolt rifle, a stalker bolt rifle, a auto bolt rifle, a normal bolt gun, the specialist bolt guns. Oh my god, there's just too many. It's like,
and don't forget the heavy bolter on the wall suit. We talked about this off air, but the heavy bolter on the wall suit becoming a heavy 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems fair to me. Like,
as long as it's not all heavy bolters.
Yeah, if it's all heavy bolters, it's super dumb. But if it's just that dumb, boot heavy bolter pistol that thing has, like, that's fair because that was silly and we all knew it.
Here's an attack chicken and just having their own conversation, by the way.
I can't follow your shit. We're talking Linux here. We got the important stuff going on. Virtual machines and Linux. I am in my element now. You guys can talk about Warhammer if you like. I got virtual machines and Linux. Have we spoken about who got the 7 Days to Die server working? It was me.
Yeah. It's good fun. It's hard.
So, yeah, I can't believe how much Marine stuff... Well, I can and I can't believe how much Marine stuff we're seeing. It was inevitable that we would see it, but the stuff that's coming... And I think the biggest surprise, I think we all touched on this earlier off air and stuff like that, the reboxing of the original Marines.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming. I
We
thought they
all
were
thought dead and buried, right?
Yeah, no, I thought
Gone.
they were gone. Yeah. But
I kept saying I don't think they're as dead as everyone claims they are.
I just think that people just went, well, I really like the little Marines. I'm going to play with them anyway.
Yeah.
Just keep them going. And they're going to sell them anyway, so let's get...
That's probably sitting the piles of them. So how are we going to get rid of them? Oh, I know. The loot box. We didn't mention the loot box.
Yeah, you're right. That technically was a release that came out, wasn't it?
So side note,
Oh,
different.
that-
segue, diversion, whatever. That loot box.
that fucking loot box. Like,
What
what
was
was
it?
that shit?
It's a mystery box for 250 Australian dollars that you do not know what you're getting in.
They were like, we're going to be releasing themed supply drops, and our first two themes are the Imperial supply drops and the Warhammer Underworld supply drops. So you're like, okay, so and they explicitly said, oh yeah, it's good. The retail value will be basically twice. So you're like, okay, so I spent $250, or I think it was $225, was it, or was it $250?
It's 250, I believe.
It was a shitload.
$500 worth.
And you get $500 worth of models.
Yeah.
But it'll be random stuff. Like, you won't know what it is. It'll just
Correct.
be Imperial models. It could be anything.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, no, they're all the boxes are going to be the same. So it's not random for every person. It's everyone.
into it.
Everyone in Australia who orders a supply box gets the same box.
Yeah.
I'm kind of into it.
$500 worth of.
I want to build a rogue
Rattling.
trader army. I'm
Rattlings.
getting that.
I like a surprise. I would have really liked I would have done that.
I think what the
Like
point
a
is,
surprise
with you, Angel. I didn't even know
$250
about it. I'm
is
considering
the
buying
big
one.
part.
They're sold.
Like-
They're sold. They're no longer available.
No,
online.
they sold out
Yeah,
within
they
hours.
sold out overnight.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, yeah, okay, that's not awful, but that's a lot of money.
Yeah. That's.
For
I think that was
for-
my point.
for a
Okay, the
blind
loot
box.
box. Yeah.
I was like,
Wow.
I could see paying like 100
Yeah.
maybe for $200 with the models, but 250?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw it. Oh, I'll check it out. If it's $50, I might throw $50
I'd
at
love
them.
to
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
really love to know what was in it because
Yes.
They,
Jack Chicken, $250,
leaks-
a mystery box. You don't know what's going in. You know it's Imperial themed. That's all you
Yeah.
know. Imperial themed.
as a
Yeah.
as a mad converter, I would have loved to have got that just for all the bits and pieces.
Well,
Well, yeah.
I mean, that was
I
how
think
Games
that's what
Workshop
most
were
people
selling
went,
it.
yeah.
They were like, if you're someone who can't decide what to get, buy one of these and
Yeah.
let Chance decide what your new army is.
Yeah.
If they
Or
do
if you're someone who if you just like painting random shit, buy a box, get a bunch of random stuff to paint.
Yeah.
Or if you fill out your bits box.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, okay, maybe at a lower price point, I'd
Yeah.
do that.
Well, look,
If they
like-
do it again, I'll do it, and we'll have a look at it online.
there you go. A box
Well,
opening.
There's been a bunch of leaks about claiming what's in the
Yeah.
Imperial supply box.
Yeah.
And all the leaks have suggested, I think, what was the leaks? It was like a box of Fenrisian wolves,
Oh, okay.
fucking, what, Arco-flagellants,
Okay.
the Khan, the Dark Angel Primaris guy who came out, Lazarus,
All the legends.
Mephiston. Yeah, there was like 5 Space Marine characters in there.
Oh, wow, okay. How do I
And then
carry-
it was a box of Fenrisian wolves and a box of servitors.
Okay.
It was really
$500
weird.
worth of servitors.
It
Yes.
had the salamander guy, Acetone or Acetate or whatever his bloody
Agatone?
name. Acetone, yeah.
Agatone, Agatone.
It had Acetone and it had Mephiston and it had Lazarus. And I was like, look, I own all those armies, but I wouldn't want that box. I've bought half
They've
of
got
those
them all already, yeah.
because half of them were new models.
If they were like squads or models or stuff like that, I'd be into it, but not characters.
Yeah,
at
no,
all.
if you say
Yeah.
it's a loot
I
box
was-
for Blood
I'm
Angels
hoping
or a
that's
loot box
fake,
of
but-
Salamanders, if you had $250 loot box Blood Angel themed, you'd be going, take my money.
Tot.
Yeah.
Or even if it was more generic, like,
Yeah.
all Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, okay. But, I mean, this one's got fucking, Space Wolf stuff and
Sisters,
Salamander
Space
stuff,
Wolves,
and
yeah,
it's got
crazy.
Inquisitor stuff. Like,
Yeah.
There's Inquisitor models? What?
yeah, there was a unit of Arco-flagellants in there.
Oh, okay. Aren't they sisters?
They're sisters, yeah.
I don't know which army uses them. They belong to the Inquisitors.
You just lost all credit. Jeez.
They're part of the Inquisitor retinues, aren't they? From like 5th edition.
All I can think is Games Workshop had a run on their printing machines and it kind of got out of control. They went on, had a few pints and came back and went, "Oh shit, what are we going to do with these?"
They turned it on, and then everyone had to leave the warehouse and forgot to turn it off.
It very much felt like they were like, "What can
Clearing
we do
the warehouse,
to get rid of this pile of models that no one wants to buy?"
Well, they did shut down due to coronavirus for a while. They must have left the machines running.
Yeah.
Yeah. There might have been a
box.
bike squad in it as well, or something. Like it was.
Anyway.
Okay, I'm getting
stuff.
it.
So
I just need the bike squad. That's all I need.
we have seen little bits of love for Necrons at the same time. Not as much love as the fucking Marines, and even just I'm so sick of seeing blue Marines. Anyway, so we have seen some, and we've got a very sour, salty Necron player. Shout out to Not Safe for Work, Mark.
Can't imagine who that is.
Oh, I know, right? And he's just salting it up on where's the love for the Necron? Oh, Xenos never get any love. I mean, have you not seen some of the weapons that come out for these guys? Are you nuts? And the updates on these guns are looking pretty impressive to me. That Disintegrator can now, could always do characters, but now it's the 36-inch range with a -2 AP. Strength 5 as well. That blade that the guys carry, right? It's only +1 strength. That's what's that? Strength 5, -3 AP and 3 damage flat. Yeah, they're shit. You're right, Mark.
So if they hit, you're fucked.
Yeah. Just.
I mean, you're in trouble.
So, I think they are getting a bit of love. I would like to hear from another Necron player to get their opinion. Not Salty Mark. Maybe we should change his name.
Adam got all my Necrons. Ask him who.
Rob believes that AdMech are the best. So just don't even forget it, all right?
Just you wait. I'll figure out what it looks like when you get salt corrosion on metal, and that's how I'll paint my Necrons.
Yeah. Rust.
Oh, Baron, welcome to the show. We've already talked about how you and Adam played, and it was an enthralling game. It should be televised, but we didn't want to make it a mini series. That was different. Drink. But you can see everyone online shouting out, "Where's the Xenos love?" Right?
Yeah, there's a lot of Marine stuff coming out, and while the Necron stuff is good, we're not seeing a lot other than that so far.
No.
I'd love to see Tyranid stuff come out. They haven't had love for a very long time.
Sorry, go on.
They got all the Gene Stealer cult stuff, and what is Gene Stealer cult stuff if not the real Tyranids?
Food. They just eat them last.
Gene Stealer cults are friends, not food.
Yeah, until they start eating them. That's generally how they end up. But look, Tyranids need something. They need some love. They need a lot of war to start with.
Yeah.
That'd be really good.
So we know the Chaos will get the 2 wounds. And we feel that because of the end of the Psychic Awakening, they'll get a Custodes Primaris hybrid something thanks to Phobius Bile. That's our theory. But what do we expect on the other factions? I mean, Imperial Guard is still 3/3 t-shirts, flashlights. Everyone's now got 2 wounds, and they've still got a las gun of same stats as an auto gun, even though a las cannon is one of the most powerful weapons. You can't give them more wounds. You just can't, and you don't give them more armor. But surely the las gun should become a hotshot las gun with a 24-inch range or something.
I mean, personally, I hope not. Guard being fragile is their thing.
Yeah.
You can't make Space Marines tougher if you just make everything else tougher to meet them.
But that's
It's
one thing. Are they going
pointless.
to do that? Because they've made all the guns longer range and more damage, but gave all the Marines extra wounds. Okay, well,
Yeah.
and it's only a
I mean-
-1.
Yeah,
minus
which is
one.
Never found
frustrating.
your guard to be fragile, Greg, ever.
My guard's not fragile, mate. Come on.
That's because he doesn't play Imperial Guard. He plays meat shields. Catechins. Catechins are just meat with guns. That's what they are.
And they
Two
rock.
2-shot David Russes that just keep on pounding into you.
Now
Can't do
into
it.
combat.
Can't do anything about that. And now they shoot into combat as well. I mean, vehicles shooting into combat. Far out.
You're welcome. So our next match is Catachans, is it?
Sure.
Your Blood Angels by Catachans, because we put the pins in them, right?
When I get my new Blood Angels Codex, I'll take you up. Or Grey Knights, that'd be better still.
I'm just intrigued. Like the humble, what is it called? The Shuriken catapult. That's the basic weapon of a Eldar, right?
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be.
They're the strength 3 still, or I can't even remember. It's been so long.
They're 4, I think.
No, they were like
You
4.
face Chris more than everyone else.
He doesn't use a lot of shooting catapults. He's got a lot
I'm
of
just
tank.
impressed that I've always been impressed with this. The fact that a fucking shuriken can compete with an extraordinarily high explosive weapon.
It's
Yeah.
spinning really fast, okay?
Well, I mean, look, they're basically rail guns the way they
Yeah.
work. Like they hyper accelerate a chunk of metal.
A
like-
bladed chunk of metal.
Yeah, it's a bladed spinning hunk of metal.
Their
you know.
range is pretty short, though.
Yeah, but I mean, just mechanically, if you think about it, they're basically railguns because
Yeah.
they just propel these shards of metal super fast.
Increased speed, yeah.
Mm.
I'm just
So-
intrigued to see what happens with other base weapons for other factions. If a base bolter is now a 30-inch weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be annoying, to be honest. Like, much as I was literally 10 minutes ago complaining about how Marines have got too much cool shit and they're a bit too powerful now, Marines are supposed to be powerful and
Yeah.
everything else was just as powerful as them, and it's always felt dumb.
Yeah.
So I would rather they just made Marines cost more points and keep everyone else where they are.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
That
I think
makes
it makes sense.
Yeah. A Marine is supposed to be tough, but not many of them. And
Yeah.
everyone
That's
else
the
is
problem
supposed
they've
to...
always had, though.
Yeah.
It's an economic problem, and you know what it is, Michael, because it's Marines are their most popular army.
Yep.
If they make them more powerful than everyone else, which means they need less models for the most powerful army,
That's revenue.
it means
Yeah.
they sell less models.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, by a
That
lot.
is what they've done. Like, the points for the Marines have all gone up. So Marine armies are now, like, cost more. So you get less, you need to buy less models. That's the thing they have done this
Yeah.
edition. But by the same token, every edition, the costs go up. So the boxes, there was a price rise not long ago, wasn't there?
It was, yeah.
Point,
And
yeah.
so that's probably offsetting some of that.
I
Yeah.
think there's still people, as Michael said, people still buy them for the shelf too. Anyway, I mean,
Yeah.
I've got stuff I've never played a game with, but I just bought because I wanted to make the model. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
the model makers are out there. They'll still keep making and painting and publishing on Instagram as much as they can.
I have whole squadrons of tanks that have never seen a battlefield that I bought because they're awesome.
I played everything I have on a battlefield.
Yeah, I'm just looking and said, no, everything's been on the field at least once, yeah.
I've
This
had
has never been on the field yet.
one.
Nice. Alright, so we know the next codex is Space Marines and it'll be Necron. We know
Yep.
this. The rumour that I've been hearing is Necron's not till October. And when I heard it, I went, that's outrageous. But I realised September's like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
God, I hope not. My son's birthday's in September.
October, that's forever away. Oh
Yeah.
shit! Wait,
Yeah, exactly, right? It's crazy.
What month is it again?
It's October.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
I'm
always
hoping, though,
October.
that they do release...
It's always been October, didn't you know?
I am hoping they bring out the Marines and Necron ones at the same time and don't just piss off more Xenos fans by saying, here's the Marine book. Now you fucking wait for everything else.
No, it'll be just like 8th Ed. They'll release a Marine book. They'll release a Necron book. They'll release a Marine book. They'll release a freaking Chaos Marine book. They'll release a Marine book.
Yeah.
They'll release
It's
a
like-
bloody Custodes book. they'll release a Marine book.
Yeah.
Every second codex will be Marines. It's just a given.
Part of me wanted to believe that they wouldn't do Marines first, because they just fucking did Marines.
Yeah.
But
That's what
they're
I
doing
said
it first anyway.
Let's
Yes,
go back
they
a couple of
did, and
episodes. We did
fucking
our
hell.
predictions, and yeah, there's a couple of people that no, they won't do Marines, and we went, "You're idiots."
Yeah, my line
Yeah,
on
no,
this has
I was the
always
one
been.
that said they wouldn't, and you told me I was an idiot, and you were right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my line has been. I would like to think they won't, but yeah, they
No,
will.
they were always
totally
going
did.
to. It would have been nice, but no, they're always going to.
I think they should actually call all of the codices Space Marine Codex. So it's Space Marine Codex Orcs, Space Marine Codex Necrons, Space Marine
The green ones.
Codex Tyranids, and just rename the game. I mean, like, fuck, they ditched Games Workshop and started calling themselves Warhammer. Just get real and call yourself Space Marines. No, and it's the Space Marines shop Belconnen.
Yeah.
It's the Space Marines shop freaking whatever other place. But yeah, we'll just forget.
Rename
You
all
don't
the paints.
need
It's
Games
Ultramarine
Workshop.
Blue,
You don't
Salamander
need
Green.
Warhammer. It's Space Marines.
That's it.
Space Marine
All
Red,
Space Marines all the way down.
Yeah.
Space Marine Green.
It's
Alright, so what do we think of Ninth so far? In a short summary.
2 thumbs up. I like it.
That was a short summary.
Yeah.
And it looks promising. I like what I've read, and I'm keen to get to grips with it and see how it rolls.
I think it will need the codexes to come out quickly to make it balanced. If
You mean
long,
Games Workshop balanced?
well, if the Space Marine Codex comes out and every second player is a Space Marine, you're gonna be hammered for a while until you get your codex.
Well, yeah. I'd like to, it is funny. So yeah, I agree. And then I look at our group, and every one of our group has at least one Space Marine faction that they play.
3.
I said at least one. Calm the fuck down.
Was it 4? It might be 4.
I'm sure if we just average it out, we can add up the number of Marine armies I have and just designate those out to
We
everyone
all
else.
have 5 armies each.
Yep.
I still don't know if my new Imperial, the new Marines will be Salamanders or White Scars. I'm still tossing it up. I haven't assembled my Indominus figures yet.
No, me either.
Don't know.
They're very nice though.
Yep. Yeah, look, my opinion, the game I played, the rules I've seen, what I've seen, I really enjoyed the game. It flowed better. And it was only small tweaks to it. It's not huge, outrageous changes to the game. But it just felt better. The strategy's back. And the rage is still there when you roll, more ones than you need to.
Yeah.
Or they will not die because suddenly they've got Catalyst, which gives them a 5+ invulnerable save, and they go, God! But that could be just me.
should have let it get a catalyst into their forge. Can make forged steel.
That's it.
Yep.
7 days to die joke. Sorry.
So we're all positive. We're very over the seeing Marines release after release after release. Yeah. Well, I am. And I think if it was always Salamanders being shown, I'm down.
Yeah, the generic Ultramarines getting a bit boring. I'd like to see the flavour come back. And I think Blood Angels have had Mephiston come out. That's about it, as far as I can see.
Oh, yeah,
And there was as well. But yeah, I'd like to see proper Primaris Death Company and Sanguinary Guard and stuff like that come out as Primaris. That'd be really cool. And jump packs! Just give me some freaking jump packs, man. Assault Marines have jump packs. It's just crazy.
Baron is pointing out that he doesn't have Space Marines.
Who doesn't?
Baron. He's only got AdMech. Yeah. But he's also never picked up a paintbrush, so.
10 points lost straight away.
No, they're painted.
We need to actually. Are we going to make that an official rule? The 10 points because
But it isn't it in the rules?
Yeah, it is.
it's unfair for the people who haven't painted, though, isn't it?
I just want to.
I mean,
what was the response? What do you think of when we saw the chapter approved books come out? The $70 chapter approved books.
Battlescribe had it all, so I didn't bother.
So yeah, one book was all the
I-
points, one book was tournament rules.
Well, that's what they had last time. That was the same thing as last chapter approved.
That's not the way it is. I felt like they were advertising. I thought when I first saw it was $70 each. I went, holy crap! No, you get both of them.
Yeah.
I haven't bothered. But I think the last chapter approved book I bought them all. I never opened them really, apart from looking at a mission occasionally. That was about it.
Yeah, the missions in there though are the tournament ones. They're not
Yeah.
the base ones.
No.
I love the idea of the rule book that comes in that big starter kit.
No, the little one, the skinnier book.
That's the
Yeah.
that's the type of rule book I want. One that I
Yeah.
can portable, and if I have to hit someone that might kill them, I'll get arrested.
I'm not sure I want to pay $250 for it though.
Sorry.
I'm not sure I want to pay $250 for it.
No, that's it. So, do I?
I don't need more Primaris at the moment. Since I'm considering not playing Space Marine or generic Space Marines at all. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the starter editions being like, oh, I wouldn't mind those, but I don't want more characters.
No,
No.
and I think with the Marine ones, I see the people have bought multiple Dominus books and went, you've got more Marine characters than you'll ever use.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with the Necron one, I could see, okay, yeah, I will use more than one Swarm. I will use more than one Necron Warrior. I will, yeah, but with the Marine one, no, I didn't see that. Apart from the bikes.
I mean, at least the starter kits of this edition aren't doing that fucking, here's a squad of 3 Marines. Here's a squad of 3 Marines.
you
like,
need 5,
they're all-
but good luck.
Yeah, they're all squads of 5 in
Yeah.
the new starter kits. 5 or 10.
Yeah.
They're not under strength bloody minimum squads,
Yeah.
which drove me nuts last edition.
Have you done your technical
We're
support?
still going.
Have you featured your technical support?
Oh, look, I gotta help where I can, right? He's got it working. Attack Chicken's got it.
Should we wrap this up?
Wait,
Have we got
wait,
anything
get
else
help.
we want to say about Ninth Ed at this point? I mean, it's still early. It's only been a couple of weeks. The FAQ came out, and I do like the FAQ where it tidy up the lookout, sir. So was it Dreadnought can act as a bodyguard now. You don't have to have 3 of them to act as a bodyguard. Yeah, but it's a little concerning when you can have one of those bodyguard Bjorn. That Dreadnought could be the bodyguard for Bjorn. Yeah, that's not friendly.
No.
Yeah. Cool. What else,
I
folks? Nothing else? Good.
I was watching a YouTube video the other day where they were there was tabletop tactics, and they were game testers for
Can't
it.
say
And
that,
they're like, they were giddy with excitement with what's coming up. You know, they're like, we know, but it's like there's lots coming up. It'll change the game entirely, I think. And you
I
know,
think keep going the same way. I'm excited.
yeah, that's
I'm
right.
excited. Get a bit more strategy. Game flows well. But yeah, they're expensive. And trying to put a unit, army together like normal. No. Oh, that doesn't fit. Shit. Okay.
I like that figure, and I like that figure, and I can't live with that,
I
that
can't
unit.
fit 3 blood drones in anymore. What the fuck?
You end up texting your opponent, so can we do 2,500?
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. What the Baron does. We'll play 1,873 point battle because that's what I have. Just waiting for it to respond. Cool. I think we're excited. I think it's a positive review. Yeah, there you go. I think we've got a good run going with what they've done so far. A little less blue Smurfs would be nice. A little Xenos love. Or even other Imperial factions.
Inquisition early, please.
Inquisition. that'd be
Oh,
nice.
if we got like a proper Imperial agents in this edition,
Oh,
that would be so
outrageous.
good.
Every time.
You know, as soon as they release it, they just have to release it.
Yeah, then 10th will come out.
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly right. Yeah,
Every time. It drives me up the wall.
cool.
Well, the last one was horrible anyway, so.
Yeah, and it's Crusade's perfect for it now too. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
we'll wrap it up.
Crusade's
You can check us out on the Facebook page RLG40k. Or you can check out our gaming side of things, which is Real Loud Gamers. You can also check me out. Hey, how you doing? No, that's inappropriate. You can check me out on the Twitch, Red Belly. We will have to get our RLG one back up and running soon, so just keep watching this space until that happens. I will be on tomorrow night with Hobby Night with Greg. It's not as exciting as Painting with Ross, is
Brown chicken, brown cow.
it? So join in, have a chat about that one. If you want somebody IT support, contact Dodgy Witch at.
Particularly if it's Linux based, I can help you out. It's okay.
We have been putting some stuff on Instagram, I believe, I hope. RLG40k. No, it's not that at all, is it?
No, it is.
Hey, Mark, here we
God,
go.
I'm looking at it. It's RLG40k. You're absolutely right.
There you go.
It's absolutely on the money.
I'm all over it. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the people who interacted with us on the stream. Always appreciate it, even if it is IT support.
We've got to diversify. If we pigeonhole ourselves, we'll never continue success.
That's right. If we're going to have a 40k podcast, we should talk about plants.
Personally, I prefer the anti-plant grenade from 2nd edition.
I prefer the tangleweed.
Yes. All right, we'll
Fucking
call it
great.
a night, unless someone else wants to ramble. Good. Anthony, say goodnight.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Isabel, say goodnight.
R minus R star.
Fair enough. I will say goodnight too. Thank you for all who joined us and listening to us. Silly fools. No, stay back. Come back for episode 31. In the meantime, here's Michael.
2 well, 6 more inches. Just how many marine releases can one company do? What does the future hold? Only time will tell. Join us next month for another episode of Wobbly Player Syndrome.
Sorry,
the
folks. We just happened to catch Mark. Safe for work. Mark's just jumped on now. Look, there he is. There's the yellow screen. That's right. We're still live. We haven't stopped recording. Look at him.
We did. We came back. Say something, Mark. We missed you. We needed your input. It was a really challenging episode.
I'm just trying to get the camera to work.
He was so embarrassed about winning, he couldn't come onto the podcast.
Honestly, that's what we were talking about. Would you like some technical support?
Oh, God, no.
Technical issues? Our podcast?
Oh, folks, we thought we'd left you, but no, Mark decided to jump on, so we thought we'd better say hi to him. Hi, Mark.
Yeah, I'm having technical difficulties, but yeah. Anyway, I figured I'd.
Disable Skype. Just make sure nothing else is using the camera. That's usually my problem.
Yeah, I haven't got anything using the camera, but it's just decided no dice. So you get
It's like-
Brack's dad as my avatar. So,
Well, there you go, folks. That is safe for work, Mark. He's so safe, he won't even put the camera on.
yeah.
Lucky he was naked.
Yeah, it's clearly trying to protect itself and his reputation to keep it safe for work.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Well, welcome, Mark.
Welcome, Mark. Now we're going to say goodnight. Say goodnight, Mark.
Good night.